We're calling case 25-004-600. This is People versus Tammy Sandoval. Today is date and time docket for sentencing. Can I have appearances? Can we start with the prosecutor?
Thank you, and good morning, Your Honor. May it please this most honorable court, Attorney Brian J. Craigo, P number 74568, and I'm appearing on behalf of the people this morning.
Thank you. Defense.
Good morning, Your Honor. Austin Gregory, P85193, on behalf of Ms. Sandoval, who stands in court with my right. Ms. Sandoval, please state your name for the record.
Tammy Sandoval.
Thank you. You can all have seats. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience this morning. We are here for a sentencing hearing. Ms. Sandoval did enter a plea with a sentence agreement. She was referred for a pre-sentence investigation report. I do have a copy of that in front of me. I have had an opportunity to review the report. We'll start with the prosecutor. Have you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I find the narrative portion to be factually accurate. I believe there are no errors, deletions, or corrections that need to be made to the narrative portion. There are some modifications to the sentencing guidelines, which I've discussed with further counsel, and we can address those at the court's pleasure.
All right, very good. Defense, have you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Regarding the body of the report, were you requesting any additions, deletions, or corrections?
None, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Sandoval, you did have an opportunity to review the report with your client?
Yes.
Okay, very good. You're not requesting any changes or modifications? I'm sorry?
No.
No, thank you. All right, counsel, you indicated that you may be requesting some changes to how the guidelines are scored.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe an accurate and fair scoring of the guidelines, the only modifications that I found in scoring the guidelines are within the offense variables. The PRV, or prior record variable, is scored accurately. The first of the modifications I would make would be to OV12, Your Honor, and the court can take note that OV12 pertains to contemporaneous felonious criminal acts. And because we have a plea and sentence agreement in this matter, Your Honor, OV12 would indicate that the correct scoring for this variable should be 0 total points. Under People v. Type, it indicates that it was an error of the trial court to score counts that were dismissed as pursuant to a plea.
Very good. So you believe it's inappropriately scored at 5?
Correct. It should be 0.
And then defense, I presume no objection?
No objection.
All right. I'm going to modify and initiate that change on OV12 that we scored at 0. Next, counsel?
Yes, the only other modification would go to OV variable 17. OV variable 17 is scored at 10 points. This is degree of negligence exhibited. As the court can take note, in this particular case, the defendant was charged by the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office with counts of driving while license suspended, causing death and causing serious injury, and leaving the scene of an at-fault accident, both causing death and causing serious injury. I believe the proper scoring for this variable should be 5 total points, in which the offender, in this case Ms. Sandoval, failed to show the degree of care that a person of ordinary prudence in a similar situation would have done. The writer of this report scores it as 10, indicating that the offender showed a wanton and reckless disregard for life. If that were the case, Your Honor, that would have been an appropriate charge in this matter. So I believe the proper scoring is 5 total points for OV17.
All right. Defense, I presume, again, no objection?
No objection.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate, counsel. I will indicate and make the change to score OV17 at 5, initial that change. That is a net reduction of 10 to the total OVs, bringing the total to 65.
Correct. Dropping the offense variable level, Your Honor, to a V or a 5 level.
Does it change what guidelines are scored, the minimum range?
Yes, it does. It's 36 to 71 months for the guideline minimum range for the defendant.
All right, 36 to 71. They had it originally at 43 to 86. I will make that change as well. Was defense requesting any additional changes or modifications to how the guidelines are scored?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, guidelines have been updated. Counsel for the people, is there going to be a representative from the family that will be making a statement today?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a total of 4 individuals who would like to make victim impact statements. I have 2 victims in this case. I have the young Khalil Robinson, who perished in this matter, and his mother, Tia Robinson. So I have 2 victims. I'd ask that the court indulge a total of 4 individuals from the family to make victim impact statements in this matter.
I typically limit it to 2, consistent with the Crime Victims' Rights Act. You have 4 individuals here.
Correct, Your Honor. I have Ms. Regina Robinson, the mother of Tia and grandmother of Chloe and Khalil. I have Ms. Michelle Walton. She is the aunt of Tia and great aunt to the children. Rhonda Robinson, sister-in-law to Regina, thus making her an aunt and a great aunt. And Daisha McDonald, the best friend of Ms. Tia Robinson. All these women wish to make an impact statement.
All right, very good. If they're ready, I'll allow all 4 to make statements. What I would like is I would like them to sit in the witness stand up here, and who will be going first?
Certainly, Your Honor. All 4 women have been prepared for today to make an impact statement. Leading off will be Ms. Regina Robinson.
Ms. Robinson, if you're ready, you can come on up. And you're going to make your way right next to the cameras there, and you're going to have a seat right here. Unless you want to stand, you can stand. Come on right up here. Get situated. And that red illuminated device is a recording device. Yes, you can sit there. Do you have a prepared statement?
No, it's just from my heart.
That's fine.
Okay.
Very good. Could you state and spell your name for me?
My name is Regina Robinson. First name is Regina. Last name is Robinson.
Thank you. Very good. Whenever you're ready, you can begin.
Okay, I wanted Tammy to know, I'm not mad at her. It's just that my life has changed. My husband's life changed. Our whole family has changed. Tia was a good mom to her twins, Khalil and Chloe. She was always a protector of her kids. That day when she went to the fair, she had no plan of being injured. She was taking care of kids to have a good time. Well, before that day, me and her talked, and I told Tia, I said, it's a shame not knowing anything was going to happen, how people's lives can be turned upside down if something happened to them. She said, yeah, Ma, I'm very careful. I hope nothing ever happened to me and my kids because I'm always, taking care. And I said, yeah, you do, Tia. But that night when I got that call, it just made me think when I see Tia, when I go visit her, that she feel guilty that she didn't protect her kids. Every time I look at her, I let her know it's not your fault. You was protecting your kids. You did everything you had to do. You didn't do this to your kids, Tia, because she always looked depressed and put her head down because she felt she failed her kids. She didn't know any of this was going to happen. I didn't know nothing was going to happen. And I always know Tia always be the person to do the right thing for her kids. That was her life, her kids. And to see her going through all these trauma, the brain injury, can't talk, can't do anything, it's really like turned me upside down. I don't even know how to express myself to her because she wouldn't know what to say. She just looked at me. And I tell Tia, we love you. You're doing the best you can. Just keep fighting. You're going to make it. Keep pulling through. I know you're going through a lot, but it's not your fault. I just want you to know you did turn us upside down. And I just feel it's nothing in the world the time to bring back Khalil, to bring Tia back to where she was, and to start moving forward from all this, to just let her know it's okay, Tia. Chloe, she wakes up at night crying, I want my mom, I want my brother. And I don't know what to say to her. I just hold her and let her know there's nothing I can do. But I let her know she's going to be in God's hand. It's really a total mess that I have to go through this. I know you didn't plan it, but it's a mess. It's a lot. It's really, really a lot that we have to go through. Just want you to know we are really turned upside down. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. You can return to your seat. And whoever will be going next can make their way up.
Certainly. The next individual will be Miss Michelle Walton, the aunt of Tia and great aunt to Chloe and Khalil.
Again, ma'am, just make your way chair, just project your voice towards the red illuminated device, and once you're situated, just please state and spell your name for me.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Michelle Walton. Name MICHELLE WALTON.
Good morning, whenever you're ready.
Good morning. First of all, I like to say in the 10 Commandments it said, "Thou shalt not kill." That's number 5. I want you to know that we forgive you, but this has impacted our life. It has changed our life totally. I mean, going up and down the highway with my sister and her husband, celebrating Khalil's birthday without him this year, you know, you have really changed our lives. And for you to say that no one is looking after your child while you here, you know, I get that. Because we looking after ours every day now. You know, it's a terrible situation for you and for us. So I ask that God have mercy on you, and I hope that you get a prayer life, because that's the only thing going to sustain you. You know, this has really changed our lives. You know, every day is hard. You know, you changed our lives totally. They get no rest. The child is crying every day till we believe in faith that she's going to get better. But it get worse. And then she done had strokes, everything. You know, it's just not fair that we have to change our life, that you was out there driving with suspended license. And then you just didn't even stop. You just kept going. I mean, if you think you hit anything in the highway, you're going to get out and check your car. You're going to do something. But you left 3 people out there. And you went home and slept. I mean, I don't get it. But only God can bring us peace through this. And only God can give you peace in your heart. But this has impacted our life. I don't know. We get no rest. So I don't imagine what you could be doing, you know. I hope you find it in your heart to ask God to forgive you for what you've done to our lives. Thank you.
Thank you. You can return to your seat.
At this time, the people will be asking Ms. Rhonda Robinson, Aunt Tia and great aunt of the children, to the stand, please.
You can come on up now. And just please direct your voice towards the red illuminated device, the microphone, and the recording device. And then just please state and spell your name, and then whenever you're ready.
Okay. Rhonda Robinson, RHONDA, last name Robinson, ROBINSON. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you.
A decision that Ms. Sandoval made changed our lives forever. Not only affecting our family, but I'm sure hers as well. There's no words to describe how we feel. If you've never been through this, you just don't know. A mother and children going to the fair to see fireworks and have a good time. To change their life forever. My brother and sister-in-law, the whole family, it has been turned upside down. Chloe, she's affected. Had the opportunity, she spent the night with me for a few nights. How do you answer a 3-year-old that's telling you she wants to play with her brother? Asking you, where is he? Is he in the ground? And Khalil never having the opportunity to really live life. He was only 3 with a whole life in front of him that was snatched away because of a bad decision. Tia in the hospital fighting for her life. Not aware of all, I'm sure she doesn't aware of a lot of things. She missed her final goodbye. She couldn't even, because she is still in the hospital, still fighting for her life. She couldn't even go to the homegoing for Khalil. She's missed that. And so when she does get back, and if she gets back, that's something she can't undo. And it's hard. It's hard. If you never lost someone, especially a child, an innocent child, there's no words. And so for every action that we take, there's a consequence that we're responsible for. For every action that we do, we have to live with the consequence. And like everyone said, no hatred towards you. God is a forgiving God. But we can't change this. We're trying to go on as normal as possible, but there's no normality to this. It's just not. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And finally, Your Honor, the people will be asking Ms. Daisha McDonald to approach this witness stand, give an impact statement. She is one of the best friends of Tia Robinson.
If you make your way up, just please keep your voice loud and clear, and state and spell your name when you're ready, okay?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm Daisha McDonald, DAISHA-MCDONALD. And I just wanted to say these last 6 or 7 months has been very life-changing. I'm used to talking to my homegirl every single day, texting about just crazy stuff. You know how friends do. And I haven't even been able to text her, call her, send her memes, talk about her children. I didn't even get the chance to see her walk across the stage. She just finished medical assistant class. She's a phlebotomist. She do what she has to do so she can take care of my niece and nephew. And you talk about how nobody's there for your kid. He's 19. My nephew won't even see that. He won't see that. My friend won't make it to your age, healthy, and you know, she has to go through life. She's not even 30 yet. Differently. She different. She breathing different. Everything is different. And like they said, birthdays is different. Her birthday is coming up. We ain't going to do what we did last year. We have to go all see her. And she can't leave with us. She got to watch us walk away and leave every time we come see her. She want to go. She want to go finish being young. She want to finish watching her kids grow up. She want to be there for them. She want to wipe their butts and hug them when they cry. She want to be there and watch them walk across the stage. She can't do none of that. I never seen a kid in a casket until now. I never seen a little kid pass away. I never seen that. That messed me up. I just look at my son. I'll kill myself. I can't be here without my kid. At least your child's here. He could look after himself at this age, and I wish that you was looking after yourself after already making terrible decisions. And at your age, knowing right from wrong, she won't even get to make as many mistakes in life as you did. She can't even go get her medical certificate. She want to take care of people. She can't even do that. Somebody got to take after her. And she young. And I just feel like that's messed up. I just feel like my friend would have did. She would have took the impact. She would have had her kids, for her kids to be here. She would have been the one to go. I can't even look at our conversation's different. Everything's different. Parties, gatherings. I don't even got nowhere to go when I go to certain areas because my friend ain't there. I got to go visit her a long, far away. Like, everything is different. Family, it's all messed up. Life is altered. And I hate this for us, and I just wish, I don't hate you. I just hate the decisions you chose to make that night. And it's funny story. When me and Tia used to go to U of M Flint, she was my roommate. She the only one that had a car. And all of us used to mount up in our car. This one day, we were riding back to the dorms, and Tia was driving. It was late at night, and a deer shot across the street. Because you said you thought it was a deer. We didn't hit the deer. We almost did. Shot across the street. We stopped, number one. Two, we didn't hit it, but we still got out to see. Like, so even if you thought you hit an animal, the same person would have stopped. I mean, I would have. I just wish you at least would have stopped. Even though you made multiple bad decisions beforehand, at least that would have been, because you affected 3 lives. One can't sleep at night. One has to learn everything over, and the other one not here. You did a big one on us, and I just hope this time, this was enough for you to change your life, because you have another chance. They don't. And all I'm going to say is best wishes to you, and my prayers is with my best friend's family, and I pray for their strength every day. Mama Regina, Dad Mike, Maisha, Chris, and all the rest of us over there. I'm praying for our strength, and I hope we can get through this. And, Your Honor, I'm finished. Best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, counsel, for the people who are ready, I can turn it over to you if you wish to make any argument statement.
Yes, Your Honor. I will be brief. I certainly cannot better articulate the pain that has been described by Regina and the other members of the Robinson family and friends. I've been in consistent and constant contact with Regina and Michael since this case developed near the time of the Livonia Spree, which should be a time of people gathering together on the western side of the county, in the city of Livonia, for fireworks, a fair-like experience, but to end in tragedy, and to see how Michael and Regina have had to navigate those circumstances on behalf of the Robinson family, on behalf of Tia, and behalf of Chloe and Khalil. To say it's tragic is a gross understatement. On behalf of the people, I would ask that this court impose the sentence that was entered in between the people and sentence Ms. Sandoval for her conduct of driving on suspended license, not only causing the death of a little boy, Khalil Robinson, but also the catastrophic injuries to his mother, Tia, who did in fact bear the brunt of the strike that likely spared her daughter, Chloe, from serious physical injury. So I would ask the court to impose a sentence as agreed upon between the parties of 5 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections for the count of driving while license suspended causing death, and an additional 3 to 5 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections to run concurrent for the driving while license suspended causing injury in this case. There is also prayed for restitution in this matter, which we will likely address at a later point in the sentencing hearing, for the funeral and burial expenses of young Khalil Robinson, who was on the precipice of celebrating his 4th birthday that summer after leaving the Livonia Spree, but his life was cut short, and his twin sister is thankfully still with us, but bears the scars in terms of the emotional impact that I've learned from the family of losing her twin and losing access and losing the love and support of her mother, who continues to battle to regain the strength necessary after enduring a series of traumatic injuries, including a traumatic brain injury in this matter. So the prayed for restitution in this case is listed in the PSIR of $7,223.20. And that information was provided to the writer of this report and forwarded on to defense counsel, which I've shown an invoice for. But the dollars aren't going to bring back Khalil the time in which Ms. Sandoval will spend as a guest in the Michigan Department of Corrections as an inmate. Serving 5 to 15 years is not going to bring back Khalil or Tia. My hope, and I believe the hope of many of us here in Wayne County who have to experience driving while license suspended cases, leaving the scene of accident cases, fatal traffic cases, in which individuals' lives are cut short, I hope when Ms. Sandoval returns back to the community, if she does, in terms of Wayne County, that she will think twice in terms of driving on a suspended license or leaving the scene. And as a mother of 2 adult children, she has heard the impact of the loss of 2 children who were, again, about to turn 4 years old, walking home from the Livonia Spree. So I'd ask the court to impose the sentence agreement as articulated in the plea and sentence her to a term, again, in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Thank you.
Thank you. Defense, Mr. Gregory?
Yes, Your Honor. I've gotten to know Ms. Sandoval pretty well as this has gone on. One thing that we've talked about is not just that it's 3 lives that have impacted, it's a lot more. The family of the Robinson family has been, everyone's been altered. She understands that her actions that night have changed everything. We talked about her remorse, her wish that it didn't happen, her wish that the family wasn't going through as much pain as they're going through. So she understands and was more than willing and happy to listen to the pain of the family and see what has happened, because she believes that everyone deserves to be able to get closure. One of the things that we talked about just prior to this was that she hopes that the family, not that they would get closure, but be able to start moving forward now that they're seeing Ms. Sandoval commence the punishment that's going for these actions. That being said, Your Honor, understanding that the restitution needs to stay, Ms. Sandoval would ask that the fines and costs be reduced that the court can. She understands that she has a deficit that she wants to make up when she returns to society. We've talked about what she would like to do afterward, how she's going to try to help the community. We've talked about her possibly even being a counselor or things like that, which seem to go well with her mentality and how she's embraced being an inmate. She's been kind of taking on that role since she's been in the Wayne County Jail and hopes to continue that forward. With that, I would ask that the court again grant what it can and that it maintains the sentence agreement.
Thank you, counsel. Ms. Sandoval, you do have the right to speak on your own behalf before the court imposes a sentence. Did you wish to address the court?
Sure.
All right, just keep your voice loud and clear for me, please. Yeah, you can stand, please.
First of all, my condolences for the non-intentional incident that occurred. I do ask, honestly, of closure, forgiveness of God, and for the more powerful healing for everybody to continue on this day.
All right, thank you. You can have a seat. All right, the court has had an opportunity to review the information contained within the pre-sentence investigation report. As noted earlier, this is a case where Ms. Sandoval did take some accountability and entered a guilty plea on the facts and circumstances that ultimately brings us all here today. Of course, the circumstances that bring us here today are, there's no argument that it's tragic in nature, and the circumstances of that evening have obviously had a major impact on the friends and family of the complainants, and of course, part of the court's job in imposing sentence is to look at the full picture. And of course, taking someone out of the community and putting them into the Michigan Department of Corrections has an impact on their friends and family as well. Certainly not to the extent where life is lost. I certainly recognize that. Unfortunately, having to sit up here and make decisions on cases where life is lost on a fairly regular basis, I say this often, there's no sentence that the court could ever impose that could make the complainant whole in cases like this. Of course, when you insert into the facts and circumstances young children, makes the circumstances all the more tragic, especially on an evening where everyone was supposed to be out having fun and enjoying themselves and ultimately going home. That obviously didn't happen in this case. I think that the sentence agreement that's negotiated on Ms. Sandoval's behalf is appropriate. It's firmly within the sentencing guidelines. I do plan to honor the sentence agreement. I'm certainly hopeful that imposing the sentence that was negotiated in this case will bring about some needed closure for all involved, so that you can leave this courtroom today, hopefully, and continue on with the healing process. As it goes for Ms. Sandoval, I'm hopeful that her time in the Michigan Department of Corrections she will utilize to reflect and to better herself ultimately for when the day comes for your ultimate release from the Michigan Department of Corrections. With regard to the issue of restitution, the court is inclined to order the restitution in the amount of $7,223.20 payable to Michael Robinson. Considering that, the court is going to waive the court costs and attorney's fees, considering that the client is going to be incarcerated here for the foreseeable future. Consistent with the sentence agreement and the plea form for the offense, Ms. Sandoval operating while licensed suspended causing death, the court is going to sentence you to 5 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. And for the offense of driving while licensed suspended causing serious injury, the court is going to sentence you to a concurrent 3 to 5 year sentence in the Michigan Department of Corrections. The court does have to assess $136 for the state costs. You have spent some time in the Wayne County Jail. As this matter has approached your sentence date, you will receive jail credit for 190 days that will be applied to both of your prison sentences here today. That being noted, I will turn it back over to the prosecutor now that the court has imposed the agreed upon sentence. I believe there were a number of counts that you were dismissing.
Yes, Your Honor. Pursuant to the plea agreement that's been referenced numerous times on the record today, in exchange now for the sentence on the 2 counts, count 1 being driving while licensed suspended causing death, count 3 driving while licensed suspended causing serious injury. In turn, the people will agree to dismiss counts 2, 4, 5, and 6 in this matter, pursuant to the plea.
Defense?
No objection to it.
All right, those counts will be dismissed consistent with the agreement that was reached in this particular case. Counsel, has your client been afforded the appellate rights form?
Yes, Your Honor, and she has signed it.
And Ms. Sandoval, that form notes that because you entered a plea in this case, you have 42 days to file an application requesting leave to appeal your conviction and sentence if you wanted to do that. If you wanted an attorney and you could not afford an attorney, you have to request an attorney within 42 days. The court would then appoint an attorney and provide a portion to the record and any transcripts to assist you with that application. I do thank you all for your time and patience today. Was there anything additional that needed to be placed on today's record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Ms. Sandoval, you will go with the deputies. They'll make sure